If a local coin shop owner was no longer selling precious metals and had to become a stacker themselves, what would they buy? What would they stack? Well, I had an interview today with a local coin shop owner, and we're going to go over his thoughts next, so make sure you stay tuned. This video is being brought to you today by Raleigh Gold Coin Dealers with locations in Raleigh and Rocky Mount, North Carolina. If you're looking for competitive prices on gold, silver, or numismatics, give Lou a call or visit him online. You can find the link to his website in the description of this video. That's my LCS, and he'll treat you right. Tell him that Silver and Gold Stack Attack sent you. YouTube, how the heck are you? Welcome to another episode of the Silver and Gold Stack Attack. I hope you guys are doing well, and as always, I'd like to thank you for taking a few minutes out of your day to be here and check out the new video. The support you've given this channel has been absolutely phenomenal. And you already know the next line. Best damn community on YouTube, no question. So today, I interviewed a coin shop owner and asked him the question, among some others. What would you do if you closed shop and had to become just a stacker? He had some really interesting answers, so we're going to go through that and a little bit more. I asked him a couple of other questions, and we'll check out what he had to say. That being said, let's go ahead and roll it. Hey, how you doing, guys? I'm here at Raleigh Gold Coin Dealers in Raleigh, North Carolina, and I'm here with shop owner Lou. How you doing, Lou?
I'm doing fine, Neil. How are you?
Good, good. Appreciate you opening up for me a little bit early. That's a little too early, but it is what it is.
Well, yeah.
We'll roll with it. Reason I'm here today, obviously, buy some silver, but I wanted to ask you a question, and that was three questions. First one, what are you selling? What are you seeing people buying up?
Well, in silver, they're buying everything from 90% junk silver, 1 ounce rounds, buffalo rounds, or miscellaneous generic.
A lot of
1
generics.
ounce rounds, a lot of generic stuff. And some silver eagles. They're always popular, too. People pay the premium.
Yep. What are silver eagles up to nowadays with you?
About 29.
Still under 30.
Yeah, they're under 30, but, they're still more costly than the other things.
Sure,
Yeah.
sure. But better liquidity.
Well,
Than generic.
They're
Generic.
liquid just like generic. I mean,
But you'll get more on an eagle than
you'll
generic.
get more on it when you sell it. Yeah.
You won't recover the whole premium, but you'll get more on it.
Right, correct. Yeah. And and that kind of stuff. 10-ounce bars. There's still people getting 10-ounce bars. And a few people it's less, but when you get to kilos and 100-ounce bars, there's people buying that stuff as well. But mainly, it's more like the 1 ounce generic rounds and 90%.
Yeah. Yeah, I just got that 10-ounce coronation bar from you last week.
Yeah.
Beautiful bar. Beautiful bar. I didn't think I was going to like it. I really didn't think I was going to like it.
And it's a low mintage. I mean,
Yeah,
it's got
6,000.
for it.
Yeah, only got 6,000.
Yeah.
That's pretty low. So I'm wondering, we'll figure if that one does as well as the Una and the Lion eventually at some point. Una and the Lion 10 ounces going for like 4 and change,
Oh, wow.
sometimes higher.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah, but it was limited as well. So.
Yeah.
But the artwork on the Una was beautiful. It was absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah.
Beautiful bar.
Right.
And we'll see about the 3 Graces. That's limited to 6,100, so we'll see how that one goes.
Yeah.
We'll see how
It's
that
got
one goes.
potential.
Yeah.
It definitely has the potential to go up just for collectability even,
Well, I did a video on it on Halloween night, and a lot of folks responded with comments that they just don't want to pay the premium that people asking on the coronation bar. So it's already going up.
Okay, yeah.
It's already going up. So, but you gave me a great
No, I
price
guess
on
it's
it.
it's a similar thing, though. When they're made in low mintage, they always cost more than ones that are stamped out in huge quantity. Buffalo rounds are just never going to have much of a premium. It's just silver plus a small premium, and
Yep.
that's it, because they're such generic silver rounds, and they're, I don't know how many of them, 100 million of them? I mean, there's got to be some huge number of them out there.
A lot. So basically, people are pretty much. How about constitutional? You're not getting a whole lot in, though, are you? 90%.
No, I'm ordering some of it wholesale
Yeah.
to get it in because it sells on the websites, and then I need it just to sell it back out, so I'm forced to buy it wholesale.
Right.
It does come in once in a while in coin collections, but they're getting it seems like smaller and smaller handfuls is what's coming in,
Yeah. Hey, I found this bag in my grandmother's drawer.
Correct.
Something
yeah.
like that.
It's got a few little mercury dimes
Yeah,
in it,
yeah,
some Washington
yeah.
quarters, and it's like, there's just not much there anymore. Not seeing They come in like it used to years ago.
Yep. Well, I think one of the Morgans I bought from you was a 21, and I don't know. You probably don't remember. It's been some time, but it was toned. It was really well toned, but every detail was intact. You made the comment that it probably was in somebody's grandfather's drawer from 19 something to whenever.
That could be. That does sound like something like that. It just sat in one spot for a long
Beautiful
time.
Morgan. It's one of the nicest ones.
Toned a little bit, but
One of the nicest ones I have.
yeah.
Of course, we all know the 21 Morgans were the most highly produced, but it is what it is. But still, it's a beautiful coin.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. So tailing in on that, people walking in the door. You getting a bunch of walk-ins?
You know, they do. They are walking in, but the majority of the walk-ins are people looking to buy.
Looking to buy. So
Not selling much stuff, really.
So what are you seeing? What are people selling? The ones that do come in, what are they selling to you?
Well, it's more of just the oddball collection that this was Uncle Joe's or something like that, and they just want to get a value of it and possibly sell it, that kind of thing. But not many of the stackers, the people that have been stacking 10-ounce bars, aren't coming in with handfuls of 10-ounce bars for sale.
They're hanging on to them.
They're not selling them. Yeah, they're just hanging on to them, and so it's mainly just little bits here and there of what people are selling. And, and not much 90%. Maybe some 1-ounce rounds mixed in here and there, eagles, things like that. Some old silver eagles that are mishandled, things like that. Those are coming in once in a while as well, but still not too much selling on the silver side.
Yeah. Speaking of eagles, you remember that guy that came in, wanted you to look at and we were looking at his eagles that he brought in?
Yeah.
Absolute fakes.
That was probably a month ago or
about
6
a month.
Weeks ago or
about a month.
Like yeah.
I looked at you, you looked at me, and I was like, there is no way. There is no way these are real. The color didn't even look right before I even got to looking at them.
Yeah, and they were all in capsules.
Yeah, they don't encapsulate eagles.
It just,
that's a shame.
Suspicious a little bit. They're grayer looking, a little bit funnier looking color to them. And the detail just wasn't right, and then we tested it with the.
It bombed miserably.
Yeah, yep. No, it wouldn't even make 90%. It was
oddly enough, it did pass. It did pass the magnet test, so the Chinese are getting a little bit better with them.
Yeah, I don't know what they did to make it feel that light magnetic or not magnetic type of thing.
They've got that part down.
Yeah.
But yeah, the details weren't there, and then the notch was missing. The eagle looked woeful. It looked like a pigeon.
Yeah, it was just a little bit.
It didn't look right.
A little bit not right. When you pay attention to it, look at it closely, you start going, "This doesn't seem right." But he got a deal on him. He bought.
Of course, he got a deal on him. He definitely got a deal. He's like, "That's why I bought them. They were $22 each." Oh, damn, man, that should have been your first hint.
Yeah, brand new, shiny.
Come on.
In capsules, $22 a piece. You're not buying silver eagles like that. They're just not real.
I think he knew because when we told him. He looked like, I figured.
Yeah, almost like he suspected that or something.
Yeah, but don't buy that stuff. Facebook, I think you got them on Facebook. Those ads on Facebook are terrible.
You should buy from known dealers.
Known dealers,
Your local coin dealer or a national coin dealer everybody's heard of before.
Or established sellers.
Established sellers they're just not selling fake stuff, not something new and somebody out there nobody's ever heard of trying to sell them at a price that seems too good to be true.
Yep.
Because it's probably going to be.
Yep.
Yeah. Unfortunate. There goes more money into, somewhere else in an illegal marketplace, really. Yep.
I'm digging that. I am digging that 100-ounce bar, by the way. Very nice.
Well, they're good. They're a good buy. I really think the 100-ounce bars is the way to go.
Unless you're looking for divisibility.
Yeah, right. It's too much to throw in at one time. But what I tell people is you don't start there.
No.
You don't start with the 100-ounce bar because later on, if you need to sell 10 or 20 ounces, you can't.
I think
start out small and build the stuff up. But once you get 500 ounces or something.
Yeah, I'm thinking once you get your established stack, I think then you could probably add these.
Yeah, and if it's been a year or two of you doing it, you're not having to sell your stuff off or something, and you start saving some money up. At least go for the kilo. Yeah. Because now the premium is lower when you get into the kilo size, and it's about a third of that 100-ounce bar because they weigh 32.15 ounces. So it's about a third of the size of a 100-ounce bar, but the premium is much less. So
I gotcha.
It's a good place to go too, is the kilos.
All right. Well, that leads us into question number 3. The reason we're doing this video. So if you decided to close your shop tomorrow and you became a stacker, what would you personally stack? What would you What do you think you would stack mostly? I know you got stuff at the house, but I mean, let's say you're starting over fresh. Knowing what you know as a coin dealer, what would you stack?
I would save up and buy it in bigger chunks, not pay that premium, not buy so much numismatic type stuff where the premiums are so much higher. I mean, that's just a different category. I mean, you can do things for numismatic purposes, but if you want to play the silver game and know that silver will go higher again, which it has done twice already that I've seen it, where it went really high, 1980, and then about 2007, 2008. And those were opportunities to sell.
Yep.
And the next 2-3 years after that, just start picking the stuff back up again at the cheap prices again, at low prices. So I would try to gather as much silver as I could in quantity, which is going to be buying things at the lowest possible premium.
So larger bars and
larger
whatnot.
bars, but of course not the 1,000-ounce bar or something.
No.
That's insanity, you know. But 100-ounce bars or kilo bars or at least the 10-ounce bars, you got to stay in that range, I think, because the 1-ounce rounds and you're just paying that much more for them, especially if you start getting ones that are specially produced and low mintage and end up costing more. And for 1 ounce, you're paying 2 or 3 ounces. You know, instead of paying $30 or something, you're paying $50. Then you're starting to really pay out. And when the time comes to sell, when that silver goes up to $80 or whatever it is, whatever number you decide you want to sell some, and you go to sell it, there's probably going to be a sign up at the door, we're paying $75 an ounce. And it's not going to matter if you got buffalo rounds or some proof Peanuts character on it that, you know, everybody remembers Snoopy. That's great, but that's not what it's going to go for.
I actually have some peanut rounds. They're from they're APMEX exclusives.
Well, I hope you didn't pay too much extra.
I didn't pay spot. I can promise you that.
Well, no,
I probably paid the. They come on what they call the TEPs, the tamper evident packaging. It's a little kind of like assay, but not. I probably paid about 32, 33 for those rounds.
Okay, well,
So.
I mean, some of that for everybody to have in their collection, it may look nice, and they can show it to some friends and family members, and it's interesting and fun. But you know, you want to keep at least 90% of that stack into the cheapest silver you can get, even if it's a boring block of silver, and all it is 10 ounces of silver, and it's marked 999 fine silver, and it's basically as generic as can be. It'll keep that premium lower.
Yep. So if you started over, basically, you're saying you would strongly lean towards low cost silver, higher increments of 1 ounce, and generic as possible.
As generic as possible. I mean, 1 ounce if you can get it at the right price.
Right.
But it seems to be 1 ounce you're probably going to pay, $1 more an ounce for or something than you would for 10-ounce bars or something. So that's $10 of money getting wasted each time, which is almost half an ounce. I mean, you're starting to. But a lot of people do buy weekly, and they'll buy 10 ounces or 8 ounces. So they're buying the rounds. They're buying the 8 buffalo rounds. If they waited every 2 weeks or every 3 weeks,
you could buy more.
They could get the 10-ounce bar or the kilo or something and try to move up that way.
Well, I see you once a week, so I know you're tired of me, but
No, I'm not tired.
you know me.
Much walking.
I like to get my weekly fix, so
Right,
I'm always here. What about gold? What would you stack gold? Would you get into gold?
Well, yeah, it's a good idea to get some gold too. The same thing, you want to diversify and not have all just silver, but gold, is not going to triple or quadruple in value anytime soon either. If gold went from 2,000 to 2,200, people in the gold market would say it made a pretty good move this year. If it went up 10% in a year, that's good. That's not considered a bad thing at all. And silver to move 10% is nothing. It moves 10% up and down sometimes in a matter of days.
So it's safe to say that there would be more profit to be made almost in silver.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you definitely want to start with silver if you're new to getting into precious metals.
Absolutely. Yep.
You absolutely should get into silver first.
I think a lot of folks look at the spot price of silver and they just it's junk to them. And then you look at gold at 1990, 1980, whatever, how much it is, 1,900 something. And they're that's where the money's at. I'm like, yeah, is it really? If you look at it on a case-by-case basis, silver can absolutely outperform gold.
Oh, it can, and it has before. It definitely has.
So, not saying silver's going to shoot to the moon anytime soon, but like you said, the potential to go up $10 per ounce, maybe a little bit more, it's always there.
It's always there. It can happen quickly too.
Well, it hadn't happened too quickly in the last 10 years, huh?
Since 2008 or something. It's been a long run. So that may be why it's overdue, though, too.
It might be
It's been quite a while since it had a big jump.
Yep, we might be due.
And we're getting more and more industrial uses for it, and that may happen again in the future. I mean, who knows? You know, the next few years, what else we can use silver for?
Yep.
Industrially, and what they will, and they'll just burn through it because it's a cheap material for a large corporation if they need it in some kind of device. That's just
and basically we don't recover the silver that's been used in any kind of devices. It's pretty much just thrown out.
Most of the time they end up in landfills.
It costs too much to recover it.
I think there's silver in cell phones.
Yeah, oh yeah.
But you're going to take your cell phone apart to sell your silver?
No,
it's probably
to get maybe what? Like maybe 2 grams in a phone.
Yeah, it's 50 cents, $1 worth of silver.
Not worth it.
You can't take it out. So the landfills are full of broken phones and
we just
other
throw them
devices,
out.
Cars that contain silver that just get crushed at some point when there's.
Well, I'm sure they take the converters off before they crush them.
Well, yeah, because now you
got to get that platinum.
You're getting platinum and palladium, which is worth so much more.
That's a big deal around here. They've been stealing those things left and right.
Well, I think it's all over the country and probably around the world.
For sure.
It's just the thieves are going, hey, there's money right there. It'd be even worse if they had gold in it. There would be a car on the road.
We'd all be walking.
Everybody's heard that. Then, yeah.
We'd be Fred Flintstone in it. Just cut out the floorboard and just use the legs.
Yeah.
All right, Lou. Well, I appreciate it and appreciate your input and your time. And we'll go ahead and post this up to YouTube. I know my viewers appreciate your time as well. And so be sure to stop by if you're local. I'll pop the address up, but it was also in the beginning of the video, so check it out. Stop in and say hey to Lou. Knowledgeable guy, good guy. He'll make you a deal that you can't refuse. Thanks, Lou.
All right,
appreciate it.
Yeah, appreciate it.
All right. So there you have it. Another shout out to Lou. Big thank you for taking the time to talk with me today and help me do the video and answer my questions. I appreciate your time, bud. If you're ever in that area, be sure to stop by and talk to Lou. Great guy, great prices, and he'll steer you in the right direction. But anyway, be sure to leave a comment down below and let me know your thoughts. I always have a blast going through them, and I try to respond to each one. But that's going to wrap it up for this episode of the Silver and Gold Stack Attack. And if you made it this far, well, kudos to you. I'll definitely catch up with you in the next episode. But in the meantime, you know what's up.
What do you want to do with your life?
Damn right. Get stacked. Stay safe and be well, everyone. I am out of here. I'll see you on Sunday.
You're still here? It's over. Go home. Go.